welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Andrews Gymnasium in Kellogg, Idaho, as your St. Maries Lumberjack girls get set to take on Central Idaho League opponent, the Kellogg Wildcats, in league action here this evening. And it is senior night for the Wildcats. So they've got a little senior night introductions to do here at the beginning. That's why I waited a little bit longer to do my pregame. So that is where we are at. They're just starting their they're just starting their introductions for their seniors. And we're going to come back after a quick break with our Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Tim Parrish back here at Andrews Gymnasium in Kellogg, Idaho, as your St. Maries Lumberjack girls are going to get sent to take on the Kellogg Wildcats in a 2A Central Idaho League matchup. Right now it is senior night here for the Wildcats, so they're honoring their seniors. They have one senior on their basketball team, and the rest were, I think, cheerleaders and band members. I think they're getting close to finish with those, and both teams will come out and start their warm-ups. Taking a look at the 2A Central Idaho League, and I do have some clarification from Coach Wickard on districts and how it's all set up, and we'll get to that as well. But taking a look at the Central Idaho League standings, right now the Grangeville Bulldogs, of course, well, not right now, they will stay on top of the league action as the Grangeville Bulldogs are 5-0 in league play, 12-8 overall. Their last game was a 58-21 win over the Lumberjacks, and they are at Orofino tonight. They are 7th in Idaho Sports Max Power Rankings and also 7th in the Max Preps Power Rankings. The Kellogg Wildcats come into tonight's game with a 4-3 league record, 7-11 overall. They beat Priest River 59-27 on the 26th. They will be at Sandpoint on the 2nd. The Kellogg Wildcats 11th in Idaho Sports Power Rankings and 12th in the Max Preps rankings. The Orofino Maniacs currently sitting in that third slot. They are 2-3 in league play, 6-9 overall. They beat Lakeside 47-39 in their last action. They'll be at Grangeville tonight, 15th in the 2A Idaho Sports Power Rankings, 17th in the Max Preps rankings. St. Maries Lumberjacks 2-4 in league play, 8-9 overall. They lost at Grangeville 58-21 on Saturday. They will host Priest River on the 2nd, which is Thursday. They are 9th in Idaho Sports rankings and 14th in the Max Preps rankings. The Priest River Spartans 0-3 in league play, 2-12 overall. They lost 59-27 at Kellogg. They will be at St. Mary's on Thursday. They are 21st in the Idaho Sports rankings, 23rd in the Max Preps rankings. And looking at those power rankings for Idaho Sports, the top 5 is Melba, North Fremont, Coal Valley, Soda Springs, and Ryrie. The Max Preps rankings for the top 5 is Melba, Soda Springs, Coal Valley, North Fremont, and Ryrie. And the Max Preps is what they will seed the state tournament with. So the top 8, well, not the top 8, but they will be seeded 1 through 8 based on how they finished in the Max Preps rankings on the season. Some good news for the Lumberjacks. They were a little bit banged up in Grangeville. Berkeley McGrill did not play in that game. And Kara Sexton took a hard hit in the second quarter. She did come back and play the rest of that game, but she took a pretty good tumble. And Taylor Jansen also was a little banged up in that game, and she is out warming up as well. I talked to Coach Wickard last night after the boys' game and asked about how Taylor was doing. She said she's sore. And I asked about McGrill, and she said that again, it's just kind of they were going to see in the morning how everything was going. And both of them are warming up, so it looks good for the Lumberjacks to have essentially a full roster, full bench of their players. The only one they're missing is one of their floaters that played JV and varsity, and that's Addison Stewart, who is out with an injury for the rest of this season. That is a look at the 2A Central Idaho League standings. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Maries Dawn Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Maries Dawn Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Tim Parrish back here at Andrews Gymnasium. Just 8.5 minutes left before opening ceremonies. It is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. I did not give you the JV game update when we came on the air. The JV girls, I believe this was their first loss of the season for the JV girls. They lost 43-29 here at Kellogg. Taking a look at the season so far for the Lumberjack girls, and like I've said in the past couple of games, they've overall had a pretty good season this year as they sit with the 8-9 record on the year. Last year they were just a one-win team, so definite improvements made this year in the first year under head coach Dakota Wickard. Lumberjack girls, though, just averaging 38 points per game while allowing their opponents 43 points per game. St. Mary's not shooting bad from the field, though, 33% from the floor. Their opponents are shooting 31%. Three-point shooting, not too bad as well for probably, as they're at 20% from three-point range, as their opponents are 24%. Free throw shooting could use some improvement, but even their opponents not shooting the greatest from the charity stripe, right around 47% for both teams from the free throw line. Lumberjacks are averaging about 39 rebounds. Their opponents about 33. 9-10 assists per game for St. Mary's with 10 steals. Their opponents are averaging 7 assists with 12 steals. St. Mary's, a big number that's besides the free throw line that hurts them is their turnovers, as they average 24 turnovers a game. Their opponents averaging around 18 turnovers a game. Foul numbers not too bad. I'm sure you don't want to see 17 fouls a game, and that's where St. Mary's is, though. But their opponents are at 14 fouls per game. So, again, not really the worst of the majority of items going on here. The girls have a couple of girls really close to 10 points per game. Tacey Watkins actually averages 10 points per game. Stacy Mitchell averaging 9 points per game. 6 points per game for Berkeley McGrill. 5 points per game for Sammy Stint. 4 points per game for Taylor Jansen. So pretty decent production. Danica Sloper, she's averaging 2 points per game and 1 point per game for Sexton, Brenna Elliott, and Jacqueline Linnemeyer. And most of those girls that I mentioned down after the top scores are girls who will be back next year and will be leading this varsity squad. So it's hopefully looking forward to St. Mary's being able to improve on this record next year. The previous game between these two teams, I should have started my pregame a little bit earlier. St. Mary's lost. It was a pretty close game. It was still a double-digit loss by St. Maries, though, 46-32, but the first half was pretty close as it was, I think, 36. No, I guess that's not very close. St. Maries actually had a bad first quarter and a bad third quarter. So St. Maries only scored 15 in the first half. The Wildcats had 36 in the first half. In the third quarter, St. Maries had 5 points, Kellogg with 13, and then St. Maries had a 12-point fourth quarter while the Wildcats had a 7-point fourth quarter. And it just was a bad first quarter and a bad third quarter hurt the Lumberjacks in that game. They did shoot 70%, or no, they shot 31% from the field in that game and 33% from three-point range. The Wildcats were 70% from the free throw line. St. Mary's had 28 turnovers. The Wildcats had 22 turnovers. Neither team really made much of, took an advantage of those turnovers, as Wildcats had 7 points off turnovers. St. Mary's was 6. Leading scorer was Taylor Jansen. She had 11 points in that game. Leading stealer was Kara Sexton with 4 steals. And leading rebounder was Stacey Mitchell with 11 rebounds. For the Wildcats, leading was Macy Jerome. She had 19 points in that first matchup. Alex Karst had 8. Danny Schillereff and Emily Coe had 7 apiece for Kellogg, and Haley Potts, the lone senior on the roster, had 2 points for Kellogg. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and give you a quick look at the upcoming district tournament bracket.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
And we are back. The Paul Hatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Taking a look at that bracket for the district tournament. It begins on Saturday, and currently the girls are the number 4 seed, Priest River the number 5 seed. So technically at this point, the Lumberjack girls would play at 1 o'clock hosting Priest River. The loser of that game would be knocked out of the tournament for district tournament. It's loser out. And the winner would move on to play in the number 1 seed, which is Grangeville. Grangeville will be the number 1 seed. Kellogg is cemented at the number 2 spot. If St. Mary's can get the win tonight over Kellogg, that'll bump them to the number 3 spot. And I believe that would put Orofino and Priest River having to play each other in that first game. Orofino would be the host team for that game. So if Lumberjacks can pull off what's probably considered an upset tonight against Kellogg, they could move themselves up in 1 spot as long as Orofino loses to Grangeville tonight, which Grangeville is pretty dominant in league play, and I don't really know if Orofino can pull that upset. That would be a bigger upset than St. Mary's beating Kellogg here tonight. So that's a look at the district tournament. Like I said, it begins on Saturday. Right now, it's got the girls playing on Saturday, but that could change. I was talking to Dakota Wickard, and she said that basically the Priest River games don't really count much. They do count, but they don't count because Priest River did not play everybody in league play. So I guess they just don't really count those towards that district tournament record. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as they get ready for the national anthem. We'll be back with more. Well, no. Yeah, we'll be back.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our ADs for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Maries for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
And we are back. They're going to do the national anthem.
Under the direction of Mr. Adam Reed and Student Director Izzy Demeray. The color guard tonight is Cadet Second Lieutenant Pete, Cadet Gunnery Sergeant Smith, Cadet Corporal Lawson, and Cadet Lance Corporal Johnson.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Maries. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back, and we wanted to jump into that quick break as the color guard got off of the court. It's kind of, you guys can't really take anything from that as they marched off. So we went ahead and took a quick break there. And Kenny Osier coming back through here, knocking stuff down and trying to get back to his seat. Taking a look at the Kellogg Wildcats really quick. They're coached by Jana Nearing. They're averaging 43 points per game, and they're allowing 46 points per game. 4-3 in the league play, 7-11 overall. They have lost 2 of their last 3 games, and or they've won 2 of their last 3 games. So that's a little look at the Wildcats. Now for your starting lineups for the Lumberjacks first. It'll be the 5'7" senior guard, number 1, Berkeley McGrill. It'll be the 5'5" junior guard, number 5, Kara Sexton. It'll be the 6-foot senior post, number 14, Casey Watkins. It'll be the 5'9" senior post, number 20, Stacy Mitchell. And the 6-foot junior post, number 23, Sammy Sint. Lumberjacks, of course, are coached by Dakota Wickard. She's assisted by Melissa Harvey. Now for the starting lineup for the homestanding Wildcats. It'll be 5'9" junior guard, number 5, Macy Jerome. It'll be 5'10" junior post player, number 11, Danny Schillereff. It'll be 5'7" junior guard, number 13, Alex Karst. It'll be the 5'11" junior post, number 40, Madison Cheney. And the 5'10" senior post, number 45, Haley Potts. Haley is injured, so she's not going to be in. She comes out on her tricycle in a walking boot, and she's going to be out there just probably for a quick opening tip and then a quick timeout to get her off the floor. But that's how they're going to honor their senior player here tonight for the Wildcats. Now we're just about ready to get things going. St. Mary's in their road green and gold. The Wildcats in their white with purple and gold. Casey Watkins at midcourt. She'll be going up against Madison Cheney in the opening tip. And we're ready for 2A Central Idaho League action here from Andrews Gymnasium in Kellogg, Idaho. The tip is up, controlled by the Wildcats, and a quick 30-second timeout taken so that they can get Haley Potts off the floor. Checking in for her, I believe, is number 20, Emily Coe. So technically, Emily Coe could be considered the official starter. And the Wildcats have the ball. Jerome takes it. Pass down to the left side on the wing. McGrill out on her. Back to the top of the key to Schillereff. Now to the corner. Thought about a 3 for a second. Decided against it was Jerome. Now they look at the low post. Actually, short corner, right side of the floor. 3-pointer on the way. Off the mark. Tipped around. Kara Sexton pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's coming down the floor the other way. Sexton to Sint. Now to McGrill. McGrill working on the right side. She's going to drive up to the short corner. Backs it back out to Mitchell. Cross court to Sammy Sint. Long 2 on the way. It's up and good by Sammy Sint. Give the assist to Stacy Mitchell. Lumberjacks strike first. The Wildcats back the other way. It's Coe on the right side, down to the corner, into Schillereff. Now to the low post. Shot is up. It won't fall. And it's going to be Watkins with the rebound for St. Mary's. Oh, we're going to get a steal by the Wildcats, it looks like. Wildcats have the ball. Short corner, back to the top. Thought about a 3 for a second. Defense closed down. Now we get a 3 from the corner. It's Coe. That shot is off the mark. Rebound to Sammy Sint. And the Lumberjacks will bring it up the floor. Berkeley McGrill to Sint. Sint working right side, down to the wing. Now backs it up, works to the top of the key now. Swings over to Watkins on the left side of the floor. Cross court to McGrill. McGrill picks up her dribble. Now back to Sint. Now back into the hands of Sexton. Sexton will control from between the circles. Now back over to McGrill. McGrill working right side. Gets a screen. Now feeds it, tries to feed it inside. Turnover on McGrill, steal by the Wildcats. St. Mary's can't turn the ball over that much. Wildcats have the ball come loose, and let's see, they're going to say green ball, which I kind of thought Sexton was the last one to touch that, but it's going to be a turnover credited to the Wildcats. Now we get some backcourt pressure from Kellogg. They've got 3 in the backcourt. St. Mary's has a little bit of trouble sometimes with presses, especially if it's aggressive, but the Wildcats backing out of it fairly quickly. Driving left side is Sammy Stint. Now she backs it back out. Up to the top to Sexton. Sexton swings it to the right side to McGrill. Now they're going to go high post into Watkins. Watkins' shot underneath is contested, and she's a little bit too far under the bucket. It comes off the bottom of the rim. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. They're back the other way. Up to the top to Coe. Coe back to Jerome. Jerome working right side. Now a high entry pass, and that was going to go out of bounds off of the Wildcats. Going up to try to get it, though, with Sammy Stint, and she gets just a piece of it before it goes out of bounds. Couldn't quite get her hands away from that ball in time. 5:35 to go, first period. St. Mary's leads it 2-0. Into the wing, 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound goes to Watkins, or to Mitchell, and the Lumberjacks will bring it up. McGrill controls now for St. Mary's. Over to Sammy Stint here on the right side. Sammy trying for that inlet pass again. Another turnover by St. Mary's. Another steal by the Wildcats, and St. Mary's giving away possessions right now. Bulldogs with the travel the other way. That's Alex Karst with the travel. So a little bit of sloppy play by both teams here early on. Sexton driving down the left side. She's going to get tripped from behind. Going to get a foul call on the Wildcats. And they're going to call that one on number 11. That is Schillereff. That is her first foul. Foul down. St. Mary's with the ball. Up to Stint. Now to McGrill. McGrill drives right side. Little short corner jump shot. It's off the mark. Pulling the rebound down is the Wildcats. I thought that was a green jersey that had it at first. I didn't even see that player. And we're going to get a blocking foul the other way as Coe drives from the right side, puts a little shoulder down into Mitchell. Mitchell gets called for the foul. It's a shooting foul, and that'll put the Wildcats to the free throw line. That's number 12 of Emily Coe, who was 50% from the free throw line the first time these two teams played. She makes the first free throw. First points of the first quarter come with just over 3 minutes gone, and she makes both free throws, and we have a tie ball game, 2-2. St. Mary's has had lots of opportunities to stretch that lead out, but they've had a few turnovers. And there's another turnover on St. Mary's. That one's going to go on Sammy Stint, as I don't think she was quite expecting that pass to come back to her so quick from Sexton. So she started to go the opposite way. Into the corner for the Wildcats. Macy Jerome, her jump shot won't fall. Ball being tipped around, and the rebound is going to be pulled down by the Wildcats. And they go up to the bucket. No good on the shot, but another foul on St. Mary's. That foul goes against Watkins. And that sends the 11 of Schillereff to the free throw line. She was 50% from the free throw line. Or no, she was 5 for 8 from the free throw line the last time these two teams met, and she made the first one here. Misses the second. Offensive rebound, though, for the Wildcats. 3-point shot on the way. That's going to get stuck on the rim. And I think it'll alternate to the Lumberjacks with that. I think. Taylor Jansen going to check in for St. Mary's. Casey Watkins going to come out. Again, St. Mary's dealing with some backcourt pressure. Into Mitchell. Mitchell takes her dribble. Now she picks it up. Back to Sammy. Stint working middle of the floor, trying to find something to get it to, and there's a steal by the Wildcats. Wildcats lose the ball the other way. Turn it back over. St. Mary's has some pressure, and another turnover by Sammy Stint there. She was looking to get it to Mitchell. Mitchell started to head up the floor and couldn't get back to that ball in time. 3-2, Lumberjacks lead. That's a low-scoring first quarter with just about 4 minutes left to go. Into the right wing or left wing to Karst. Back to the top of the key. Now they're looking to the post. Back out to the corner. Thought about a three for a second. Decided not to. This time they do take it. That is the number 13 of Karst. from the left wing with the three-point bucket for the Wildcats. Up top to Mitchell. Again, the press from the Wildcats. And I think that went out of bounds off of Mitchell, and that's going to force St. Mary's to take a timeout. 3:51 to go, first period. The Lumberjacks are trailing 6-2. We'll be back.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Now we are back. The Wildcats will inbound after the Lumberjacks turnover. 6-2 St. Mary's trails. Lumberjacks started out with a 2-point lead in the beginning. The Wildcats came storming back to a couple of free throws. That shot's going to be blocked out of bounds by Mitchell. Wildcats will keep possession. They'll inbound from baseline. And it'll be Macy Jerome to get it into Karst. Now to the corner, back to Jerome. Three on the way. It's up and good. Wildcats starting to heat up from the perimeter. 9-2. Almost a steal by the Wildcats. They get that deflection, and their backcourt press right now, or their press, the full court press, is giving a little bit of trouble to St. Mary's. Stint looking to get it into somebody. Up top to Mitchell. Mitchell has the runaway here as he's going to try to drive down and lay it in. And that was actually worked fairly nicely for St. Mary's on that possession, as all of the defense was in front of them or behind them, so to speak, and they were able to just get it past them. The Wildcats quickly try and work the other way. And it's going to be a tie-up. Berkeley McGrill just about had the steal, but the Wildcats able to grab that ball and create the jump ball to keep the possession. Back to Lindemeyer going to check in. That three-point shot's off the mark. And it's going to be Sammy Stint with the rebound for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks bring it the other way. Kara Sexton trying to give it to Sammy Stint. Sammy Stint wasn't watching. Going to have a turnover on Sexton, though. Lindemeyer is going to come out. Lindemeyer goes in. I think it was Berkeley McGrill checking out for a breather. Wildcats, strong pass inside, and St. Mary's going to get that ball tied up just long enough to get the jump ball possession back into the Lumberjacks' favor. Taylor Jansen will inbound again, full court pressure by the Wildcats. They get it into Lindemeyer. Lindemeyer quickly down the floor. Now that ball gets tapped away from Lindemeyer. Sexton comes up with it. Over to Jansen. Jansen left side. Back up to Lindemeyer. Now to Sammy Stint. Stint's going to trigger the three. It's off of the back iron. It is no good. Rebound to the Wildcats. It was a close shot. Just didn't fall in a little bit too much on that one. Jerome over to the right side. Now down to Karst. Karst, cross-court pass to the low post. That's into Coe. Coe is going to go up. Shot no good, but a foul call. That will be Sammy Stint's first foul. 13th foul for St. Mary's. That'll put the 12 of Coe back to the free throw line. First free throw up and good. She is perfect 3 for 3 from the charity stripe so far. I think about half the points have been from the free throw line so far for Kellogg, and she makes both free throws. 2:18 to go, first period. The Wildcats pull into more of a 2-2-1 press. St. Mary's still having a little bit of trouble bringing it down. Sexton still in the backcourt. She gets it up to Jansen. Jansen across the timeline. Skip pass down to Mitchell. Mitchell trapped up top. Gets it over to Sexton. Sexton to Lindemeyer. Lindemeyer left side. Up to the elbow. Shot on the way. It's off the glass. No good. The rebound to Mitchell. The shot won't go on the putback, but Mitchell will be fouled. That foul goes against Schillereff. That is her second foul. Sends Mitchell to the free throw line. Stacey Mitchell, 51% free throw shooter. First one hard off the back of the iron. It is no good. Sammy Stent's going to come out for a breather for the Lumberjacks. Berkeley McGrill checks back in. Mitchell's next free throw on the way. That one is, it looked like it was going to be good. It was off the iron, no good. Pops out. Rebound goes to Kellogg. Bringing it down to the Wildcats is Jerome. They look into the low post. Backing it back out to the corner. Jerome gets to look at three, front iron, and skips over the top. Fight for the loose ball, and it looks like it's going to be tied up. Possession will stay with the Wildcats. 11-4, St. Mary's trails. Inbound pass into Coe. Coe skip past Jerome. Now they look to the low post to Cheney. Cheney gets her shot blocked. Is able to get her rebound, though. Her second putback was no good. Got her rebound again, and the Wildcats set it up once again. Coe drives. Ball gets knocked loose, and they're going to call a foul on Kara Sexton, I believe. She ends up, or no, was that Sexton? Yeah, she ends up on the floor. And I think they're calling her for, I guess, just basically being in the way down there on the ground. That's the fourth foul against St. Mary's. First foul against Sexton. And the Wildcats inbound. Looking to the low post. Back to the top of the key. 3-point shot on the way. It's going to rim in by the number 5, Macy Jerome. Jerome had 19 points the last time these two teams played. Jansen brings it across, or gets it from McGrill into Mitchell. Mitchell's shot is short. Mitchell kind of watched that one. She didn't crash to try to get her own rebound. That one was short. It hits the front of the rim and bounced back. It's a 10-point lead for the Wildcats, 14-4. St. Mary's going to get it tied up as Linnemeyer gets in there and ties that ball up. Possession will go to the Lumberjacks. 44 seconds left on the clock. First quarter, St. Mary's trails 14-4. Jansen has the ball. Gets trapped at midcourt, has the ball taken away from her. Kind of lost where the ball was and didn't know where her, trying to look for a teammate to get it to. That ball is deflected out of bounds by McGrill. The Wildcats will inbound. Baseline, right to the free throw line. Now they back it back out to the three-pointer to Jerome. Jerome's shot won't go. Ball is tipped around. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. I think they put up a shot. It was no good. Partially blocked, I think, by Jansen, and the foul called against Wildcats. That foul goes against the number 21 of Henriksen. For Kellogg. St. Mary's trying to feed it down to Mitchell. Wildcats poke it away. Turnover St. Mary's. Then Mitchell gets the steal of her own. She's going to take it the other way. Pulls up, shot. Wide of the mark on that one. As the rebound went to the Wildcats, and that's how the first quarter will end. That was, I don't know if it was a forced shot by Mitchell, but she just didn't quite locate the bucket. 14-4, Lumberjacks trail at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Yeah, we are back in that first quarter of play. St. Mary's had 10 turnovers, but the Wildcats only converted three points off those turnovers. Wildcats at 20% shooting, St. Mary's 25%. The Wildcats have the ball to start the second period. Get my lineup changed up for St. Mary's. As we Got McGrill and Sexton and Watkins and Mitchell in there. I think our starting 5 basically back on the floor. Wildcats working it around, travel called. That's going to go against Alex Karst. St. Mary's 10 points down right now. Lots of time, though. This kind of a mimic of the first time they matched up, though. St. Mary's only didn't get into the double digits in that first game in the first quarter. There's going to be a foul against the Wildcats. That's going to go against the number 5 of Macy Jerome. Actually, no. It looks like it went against number 21 of Hendrickson. That's her second foul. 14 fouls for both teams here. Sammy sent into the post, but nowhere to go with it for Watkins. The Lumberjacks back out. McGrill, right wing. Back over to Stent. Now they look to the free throw line where Mitchell is. Short corner to Sexton. The shot is up and good. And the foul. Got a little bump there at the end of the shot. And they call the foul against. Oh, wait, did they not? Yeah, there should be they counted the bucket. So there should be, okay, so the foul was after the shot. It wasn't in continuation. So the foul was on the floor. Shot is up from the corner by McGrill, and that is up and good. Sammy Stent with the assist on the inbound pass. So the Lumberjacks cut it 14-8 just like that. Wildcats with a shot. It's no good from the short corner. Rebound is going to be fought for, knocked out of bounds. Last touched, I believe it looks like by St. Mary's. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. St. Mary's trails 14-8 to the Wildcats. Into the free throw line. Shot is up and good by Emily Coe. Number 12. 16-8. Wildcats double it up. High pass from Sammy Stent. A little too much mustard on that one as she overshoots Mitchell in the paint. So another turnover on St. Mary's. Lumberjacks got to cut those turnovers down, even though they're not hurting them too bad just yet. They still can. They are hurting as far as not giving them their possessions. That shot is up as a drive from the left side. Watkins pulls down the rebound, almost has it stripped away from her, able to regain. St. Mary's goes the other way. Sexton left side, picks up her dribble just inside the three-point line. Back out to McGrill. McGrill to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for room, picks her dribble up, gets it to McGrill. McGrill spins into the paint, trying to find room. Shot is high off the glass, no good. Rebound's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Wildcats. Looks like number 12 of Emily Coe got hit in the nose. She looks to be okay. She's staying in there. Sammy Stent will inbound from baseline for the Lumberjacks. Skips it in, tries to get it to Mitchell, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Wildcats. 16-8, Lumberjacks trail. Lumberjacks change up their play here on the inbound pass. Stent looking to get it in. She's going to go to the corner to Sexton. Actually, short corner. Sexton backs the ball out on the left side. Loses the ball for a moment, recovers it, then loses her balance down there on the floor, and it's going to be a turnover on St. Mary's down in the left corner. St. Mary's looks like they're going to put on a little bit of press action of their own here. McGrill in the backcourt. Sexton at about midcourt. Wildcats get it across. Now to Coe. Coe drives. Gets it up by some Lumberjack defender. Shot is up from the short corner. It's no good. Rebound goes to Sammy Stent. Back the other way. Pass down to Watkins. Watkins is barely able to pull that thing in out of the air. One-handed catch. And Lumberjack set up their offense. Sexton to McGrill. Zone defense, it looks like, from the Wildcats. Up the top now to Sexton. Sexton works her way left side out to Watkins. Watkins, long shot from the short corner. Off the back of the iron, it is no good. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Kellogg back the other way. 4-2 start to the third quarter. St. Mary's with 4 in the second. Wildcats with 2. 5:05 to go. Pass. That was they say that St. Mary's got a piece of that, but I thought it came off of the hands of the number 20 underneath, Gross, but I guess not. The ball will stay with the Wildcats. Into the corner. Now back to top, around the horn. Karst has it, feeding it into the post. That's Coe. Her shot's no good, and a foul going to be called. I didn't see a lot of contact there, but must have just got her with the body. And actually, it wasn't, I thought it was Mitchell, but it was not. It was Sammy Sint getting her second foul. I believe that's Emily Coe to the free throw line. Makes the first free throw. Sammy Sint will come out. Checking in is Linnemeyer. Second free throw. That one's in and out. Rebound goes to Mitchell. Not to Watkins, to Mitchell. St. Mary's sets up their offense. Down to the corner. Linnemeyer gets the three on the way. It's off the mark. It's long. The rebound goes to the Wildcats. That almost looked like it was going to be perfect, but that one overshot the rim. Wildcats with the rebound. They'll bring it back. Macy Jerome, left side. Top of the key now to Coe. Coe swings it to the right side to Karst. Karst surveys. Now cross court back to Jerome. Jerome working baseline. Gets trapped along the edge and going to get the ball taken away from her. Steal by Watkins. Sexton controls it for St. Mary's. Brings it across. Swings over to McGrill here on the near side. On the right side of the floor. Back down to the corner to Linnemeyer. Going to get Linnemeyer, feed it into Watkins or Mitchell. Or maybe that was Watkins. Was it Watkins or Mitchell? And a steal by Kara. Kara goes up to put the shot up. She is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. So Sexton, 41% free throw shooter. First foul on Jerome. 16th foul on the Wildcats. Free throw off back iron. That one is no good. 17-10. St. Mary's trails by 7. Second shot. Back of the iron. A little bit too much. Going to get a rebound, though, to Mitchell. Mitchell's putback is no good, but she will be fouled. And now Stacey Mitchell gets a chance at the free throw line. That foul goes against the number 20 of Aubrey Groff. Her first. Mitchell, 51%. I think she missed her first 2 free throws. She fixed it with that one as she makes that free throw. St. Mary's cuts the lead to 6, 17-11. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Again, nothing really on the line for the Wildcats here as far as league is considered and all that. They are solidly in place, the number 2 spot in the district tournament. But the Lumberjacks could move up one if they can get the win here. Over to the corner, bad pass to Karst in the left corner. That's going to go out of bounds. Turnover on the Wildcats, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the Wildcats. 3:38 to go in the first half. St. Mary's trails 17-11. We'll be back.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than in everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Now we are back. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half of play here at Kellogg in Andrews Gymnasium. Lumberjack girls trail 17-11. They trailed 14-4 at the end of the first quarter, though. St. Mary's making a little attempt here at the comeback. Sexton with the ball. Pass back to Sexton. And there's going to be a little push in the back by Karst. And Karst doesn't think she did anything there. I don't know. I don't have a good view from here, but the ref says that that was a push. And that's going to send Sexton back to the free throw line. I've noticed it seems like Sexton is the one on this team that gets bumped around the worst. He's going to miss the free throw, though. The rebound, though, taken by Watkins. Watkins can't get the shot to go on the putback, though, and the rebound then goes to the Wildcats. Coming back the other way quickly. The Wildcats trying to feed it inside, but it's going to be a turnover as Mitchell gets the steal. Mitchell brings it the other way. Picks it up to the right side. Back out to McGrill. McGrill's for three. It's up and good by Berkeley McGrill. Gets the assist from Mitchell, and we've got a 17-14 ball game. St. Mary's has outscored the Wildcats 10-3 here in the second quarter. Jerome with the ball. Swings over to Karst. Now down to the corner to Cheney. Cheney picks up the dribble in the corner, in the right corner. Has Sexton on her. Now they're going to look to the Jerome. Jerome shot. A little bit late on the whistle, but they're going to call a foul on the Lumberjacks. That'll send Jerome to the charity stripe. That one goes against Linnemeyer. Sixth foul against St. Mary's. Macy Jerome 6 of 8 from the free throw line the first time these two teams played. She misses the first one as it goes in and out. Second free throw on the way. That one looks good. It's going to kiss the front of the rim, roll over to the back, and then fall through. Lumberjacks trail by 4, 2:40 to go in the first half. It's 18-14 Wildcats. Sexton picks up the dribble between the circles, tries to force that one in. Bad pass there by Sexton. St. Mary's, they were doing a pretty good job of not turning it over here. The last few possessions, that one was really kind of an ugly pass. It shouldn't have been attempted there. Back to the top of the key. Now down to the short corner. Now looking into the post. Watkins going to deflect that out of bounds. Possession will stay with Kellogg, but good hustle play by Casey. Wildcats will inbound. Karst baseline, looking to get it in. Right into Cheney. Cheney quickly trapped. Passes up the top to Jerome. Now to Karst. Karst for three. That shot is off the mark. Rebound. Going to be pulled down by the Wildcats. St. Mary's had a chance at it. And then the St. Mary's, I think, knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. But that ball was just kind of loose there for whoever wanted it. Another nice deflection by Mitchell. And as that ball gets swatted back out of bounds. 2:07 to go, first half. 18-14, St. Mary's trails by 4. Jerome has it for the Wildcats on the top of the key. She works to the right side, guarded by Watkins. Now swings it back to Karst. Looking to get it into the paint. Now back out to the corner. Cheney for three. It's long. Got the perfect rebound for the Wildcats. As that ball just got the right hop off of the rim, and St. Mary's is going to get called for the foul. I don't know if that foul was on the shot or if it was on the floor, but it's going to send the Wildcats to the free throw line. First free throw up by Emily Coe is no good, and it was obviously on the shot because they are shooting two. Second free throw is up and good. Emily Coe doing work from the free throw line. It looks like she has only missed 2 free throws, and she has most of her points from the free throw line. St. Mary's turns it over on the other side. I think that was on Watkins. The Wildcats stretch it back to a 5-point lead, 19-14. Now they have possession, just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Up to the free throw line, Coe. That shot's up. Lots of body contact. It was no good. Rebound pulled down by the Wildcats, and they do get the second chance opportunity. 21-14, Wildcats stretch it back to 7, and a foul there against Karst. That'll send Sexton back to the free throw line. Free throws is very important in a game like this one, and I think the Wildcats right now are shooting a little bit better from the charity stripe than St. Mary's. Sexton has a chance here, though, 1-1. And Sexton doesn't set up very much. She just quickly takes the shot. The rebound is going to be Cheney tries to get it for the Wildcats. It's knocked out of bounds, so we'll go to St. Mary's. Lumberjacks with a chance here for 2 is on the inbound pass. Linnemeyer looking for somebody to get it to. Up to the top to Sexton. Back to the corner to Linnemeyer. Now into Watkins. Watkins going to go up. She's going to be fouled. I'll send Casey to the free throw line. Casey, 52% free throw shooter. That foul goes against Cheney. That's her first for the Wildcats. 10 fouls for Kellogg in the first half. Watkins lines up the first free throw. That one back iron, no good. St. Mary's struggling a little bit from the charity stripe tonight. Minute 31 to go, first half. Casey, second shot on the way. A little bit more arc on it, nothing but net. And it's 21-15, Jacks trail. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Karst, little weave action down to the corner. Jerome gets an open look at three. It's short off the front of the iron. Rebound though to the Wildcats, and that putback is up and good. I did not see who made that bucket for the Wildcats. I think it might have been Emily Coe. 23-15, St. Mary's trail. McGrill, short corner. Back to the top to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer triggers the three off the mark. Rebound to the Wildcats. Linnemeyer can sometimes knock down threes pretty effectively, but she's not having a good night at it so far tonight. That shot on the way by Jerome from three-point range. No good. Jacqueline Linnemeyer with the rebound. St. Mary's back the other way. 42 seconds on the clock. Over to McGrill, right wing. McGrill takes a dribble down to the corner. Offensive foul underneath, it looks like, against Mitchell. Foul away from the ball. A little bit of an extracurriculars going on. Too much contact underneath as Mitchell was fighting for position. 35 seconds on the clock. Mitchell's going to come out. So does Tacey. Check in is Michaela Spray and Stormy Lockridge. Both seniors. 31 seconds on the clock. The Wildcats are able to stretch that lead back out by 8. Corner, now to the low post. Wildcats trying to fight through contact. And what are we getting here? Jump ball or a foul? Foul against St. Mary's. Linnemeyer picks up number 3. I'm going to say I think she wrapped her arm around the number 11 of Schillereff. Has she been to the free throw line? First one is no good. Rebound to the Wildcats, though. Another shot put up for Kellogg. It's no good. Another offensive rebound. Now we get another, is it a foul or a jump ball? Jump ball called. Possession goes to St. Mary's. And Schillereff is 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. 14 seconds on the clock. Wildcats putting a little bit of backcourt pressure once again. Slowing the Lumberjacks advance the ball down to the floor. Linnemeyer, left side, backs it back out to Sexton. 4 seconds. Over to Berkeley McGrill. McGrill shot on the way off the mark. And that'll be into the first half. McGrill, an opportunity there to cut that lead, but couldn't cash that in. McGrill not quite having the night she had the other night against Orofino. But St. Mary's not out of this game. They're only trailing by 8, 23-15 at the half. We'll take a break. We'll be back with a look at your halftime statistics. Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket, 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
Now we are back. Tim Parrish here at Andrews Gymnasium. Lumberjack girls trail 23-15 at the half. And pretty good game, actually. So the first quarter, St. Mary's only scored 4 points. The Wildcats outscored them 14-4. But St. Mary's came back pretty strong in the second. They outscored Kellogg 11-9. And that may not seem like a lot. It's only a 2-point differential as far as that's concerned. But it cut the lead to 8 points. St. Mary's did have that lead cut down to 4 at 1 point. Turnovers, I'm going to go right to that one right now, is they were not really being that big of an issue in this game so far, honestly, except for maybe taking a few possessions away from St. Mary's. But St. Mary's with 14 turnovers, the Wildcats with 9. Both teams have 5 points off of those turnovers, so the turnovers are not playing a big factor. Free throw shooting, that one is hurting St. Mary's a little bit, as the Wildcats are 8 of 13. They've only had 3 more free throws than St. Mary's, but the Lumberjacks are just 2 of 10 from the charity stripe. So that is really the biggest number that is affecting St. Mary's right now as far as the score is concerned. As the Wildcats are 61% from the charity stripe, the St. Mary's just 20%. The Wildcats are also out rebounding St. Mary's in that first half, 24-15. And second chance points, though, not hurting St. Mary's too bad, as the Wildcats only have 4 points off of those offensive rebounds. St. Mary's has not cashed in on any of their offensive boards, though. Assists are right about dead even, 5 for the Lumberjacks, 4 for the Wildcats. The Wildcats have 7 steals, St. Mary's with 4 steals. And again, turnovers, 14 for St. Mary's, 9 for Kellogg. Personal fouls, pretty even, 9 for St. Mary's, 10 for the Wildcats. The Lumberjacks have not gotten any production off the bench, though. They have no points off the bench, while the Wildcats have 10 points off the bench. And that is a look at that. So, speaking of the Bulldogs, Grangeville and Orofino were playing tonight in Orofino. Grangeville, that's a very close score for Grangeville and Orofino, 55-46, with Grangeville coming out on top. Individually for both teams, starting with the Wildcats, Emily Coe off the bench. She starts with 10 points, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 7 points for Macy Jerome, 3 points for Alex Karst, 1 point for Danny Schilleref, 2 points for Madison Cheney. For the Lumberjacks, 5 players scoring. Mitchell has 5 points. McGrill has 5. Sammy Sinton, Kara Sexton each have 2. Tacey Watkins not getting going early. She only has 1 point. Rebounding, Stacey Mitchell with 4. Sammy Sinton with 3. Watkins with 3. Sexton and Lindemeyer with 1 apiece. And Stacey Mitchell leads the team with assists so far with 3 and steals with 2 steals. as well. That's a look at your halftime numbers. We'll take a break and come back with the second half of action here. From Andrews Gymnasium in Kellogg, it's 2A Central Idaho League matchup. The Lumberjacks taking on the Wildcats.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
And we are back and ready to get the second half underway. Lumberjacks, well, they just need to clean up those turnovers, or not even turnovers. The free throw shooting is really what's hurting them. Wildcats get the first possession. They'll be going now left to right as they switch in. Wildcats with the ball up top. Over to Jerome, working on the right side. Back to the top of the key to Cheney. Cheney back over to Jerome. Sammy Sant working hard down there in the paint, trying to keep Schillerup at bay. Back over to Cheney. That pass deflected by McGrill, and St. Maries gets the steal. St. Maries down to Watkins. Watkins shot off the glass and good, and I think that was McGrill that got the ball down to Watkins. And St. Maries strikes first, second quarter. 17-23, almost a bad pass by the Wildcats. The Wildcats get to the cross, and they now set up their offense. St. Maries drops into their zone, into the paint. Little no-look pass out to the corner, the wing. Three-point shot on the way. It's no good. Offensive rebound goes to the Wildcats. Another three on the way. That one is an air ball. And the rebound will be a team rebound to the Lumberjacks. St. Maries, they could move up a spot in district tournament action here if they can get the win. Pass in and some pressure from the Wildcats. McGrill gets it. Wildcats quickly back out of the press. And St. Maries will bring it over. Over to Sint. Sint lobs it into Watkins, up and good off the glass. Lumberjacks getting Watkins involved down there a little bit early in the second half. That could bode well for St. Maries as they only trail now 23-19. That pass down to Karst, that time Karst got lost behind the St. Maries defense a little bit. And the Lumberjacks gave up that easy bucket on that one. 25-19, St. Maries trails. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. St. Maries, though, trying to battle back here. Wildcats look to be in a 2-2. Nope, now they're bringing everybody into the backcourt for the press. Going to get the ball to McGrill. McGrill, Wildcats back out of the press quickly. Long down-court pass to Watkins. Now they try to skip it into Mitchell. A good thought, but a turnover nonetheless on St. Maries. Not really a forced turnover, not really a steal. Jerome has the ball, swings it over to Coe. Coe, little fake pump fake on the pass, now to the short corner. Back up to Coe. Coe works her way down to the right side. Now backs it back up, gets the ball to the top. That ball deflected. I'm going to say I think that was Watkins that deflected that. Turnover on the Wildcats. Sexton over to Sammy Sint. Sint getting a lot of leeway there from her defender. That is Cheney. Surprised she didn't take the shot for the three. Lots of contact down underneath there, and Watkins lost her footing for a minute. Loses the ball. I'm going to have to call the turnover on Watkins. And the Wildcats take that quick timeout to save the possession. We'll be back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
And you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie?
And we are back. Quick timeout taken by the Wildcats. They had to preserve that possession. St. Mary's didn't make any substitutions there, so didn't really need to. Wildcats will inbound. St. Mary has a little bit of backcourt pressure. Inbound pass. St. Mary's putting the pressure on the backcourt still, trying to get a trap. Wildcats get it broken, and that was pretty good, easy work there for the Wildcats as they found the number 11 of Schillereff with the bucket. They broke the press and got the ball in there. Sexton drives left side all the way to the baseline, all the way underneath. Kind of forces that shot up. Berkeley McGrill ends up with the rebound for St. Mary's. The shot by McGrill is no good. And that ball is being tipped around and finally rebounded by the Wildcats. Bringing it down for Kellogg is Emily Coe. Down court pass into the low post. Ball tipped up. St. Mary's not able to get to it first. Coe drives. Shot is up. Kind of a wild shot trying to draw a foul. No good, but she does get her own rebound. And then she's going to go up and I think put the bucket in and draw the foul. That foul is going to go against Sammy Sint, and that is her third. Sends the 12 of Coe to the free throw line. And Sammy's wasn't so sure on that foul, but it was called. That free throw is no good. Rebound to the Wildcats again. St. Mary's has got to win some of these rebounds. Wildcats are out rebounding them at the moment. Shot from the elbow. It was no good. Sexton does get the rebound. St. Mary's takes it away. Trails by 10. That's over to McGrill. McGrill is going to put the shot up. It's blocked by the Wildcats. Wildcats get the rebound. They're coming back the other way. Karst now to Jerome. Wildcats slow it down. St. Mary's in their zone. Karst works to the right side, to the corner to Schillereff. Now to the low post. Back up to Jerome. Jerome paint. Shot is short. A little bit late on the foul, but I thought it was coming as she really leaned into the Lumberjack player. That foul goes against Berkeley McGrill, her first, and that puts Jerome to the free throw line. She is 1 for 2. 1 for 3 now as she misses the first. Second free throw on the way. That one is good. Wildcats have been shooting pretty well from the charity stripe. That's where I said at the halftime, St. Mary's has really been shooting themselves in the foot a little bit by not shooting good at the free throw line. Watkins takes it down right side, cross court, trying to get a full cross court pass. Just a bad idea there. Turns it over. Still for the Wildcats. She's trying to get it over to McGrill on the left side of the floor. Just didn't get enough on it. Macy Jerome sets up. 30-19. St. Mary's trails by 11. And a turnover on the Wildcats. Alex Karst swatted at that ball. I think she thought it was going to be an easy steal by St. Mary's, so she's trying to knock it loose. She touched the last, knocked it out of bounds. So St. Mary's started off with a decent run in the beginning of the third quarter. And now a foul from behind by the Wildcats. 3 fouls on the number 11 of Schillereff. Checking in for the Wildcats is Danny Hendrickson. And coming out will be Schillereff. St. Mary's will inbound. Sammy Sent into Sexton. Sexton will set it up. Looks like his own defense from the Wildcats. They'll get past the Sent in the corner. She's going to try to go up high to Mitchell. That ball's going to be tipped around. They say last touch by Kellogg. So Lumberjacks will inbound from baseline. 3.5 to go in the third. Pass up the top to Watkins. Down to the corner to Sammy Sent. Her three-pointer is short. Rebound perfectly right to the hands of the Wildcats. Kellogg has outscored St. Mary's 7-4 here in the third. Up to the free throw line. Now they back it back out to Coe. Coe, little skip pass to Jerome. Still working up top around the perimeter. Now to Cars. Looking to the free throw line. Now the post. Up on the high on the blocks. Now back out top. Three-pointer on the way. That one is in and out. Ball tipped around. Again, another offensive board for the Wildcats. St. Mary's cannot win a board right now from Kellogg. Coe looking into the post to Hendrickson. Hendrickson working against Mitchell. The shot was no good, but the offensive rebound to Cheney. And Cheney puts it up and good. 32-19, St. Mary's. Just as soon as they start cutting the lead down, they start go back the other way. And again, a turnover by St. Mary's as Sammy Sent trying to force that one down the sideline on the right side. Wildcats easily jumped in front of that one, but then coming the other way, Schillereff dribbles it off of her foot. Turnover on the Wildcats. Wildcats now back into that 2-2-1 press. Sexton backs it back out to Stent. Now over to McGrill. McGrill crosses it back over to Sexton. Sexton left side. And almost loses it, but he was able to get it to Sammy. Now to McGrill. McGrill underneath to Mitchell. Mitchell going to be fouled. That foul, I believe, goes against Cheney. And it looks like it'll be her second foul. Put Stacy Mitchell to the free throw line. And again, St. Mary's has struggled from the charity stripe tonight. And she makes the first free throw. St. Mary's trails back down by 12 again, 32-20. Next free throw is up and good, so she makes both. Cuts it down to an 11-point lead. 2 minutes to go in the third. Wildcats with the ball up top. Right wing, or left wing, I should say. Reversing it back to this near side. Now to the right wing. Hendrickson. Cheney into the paint. Spin, shot up and good. Nice move by Cheney. Madison Cheney, a junior, post player for the Wildcats. 34-21, back to a 12-point lead. 13-point lead for the Wildcats. Watkins has the ball out to McGrill. Back to Watkins, now to Mitchell. Mitchell can't get the shot to finish. A little bit late on the whistle, though. And it's going to be another foul on the Wildcats. That one goes against Hendrickson. That is her fourth foul. Checking back in for the Wildcats is Schillereff. First free throw back the iron, no good. Mitchell lines up the next free throw on the way. That one is good. St. Mary's cuts it back to 12. Wildcats bring it across. St. Mary's at 1 point has cut to a 4-point lead. Wildcats have been able to keep re-extending it back out. Into the low post. Ball knocked out. St. Mary's almost gets the steal. This time again into the low post. That's into the number 12 of Coe, and she's able to put it up and good. Under a minute to go. Sexton over to McGrill. McGrill takes it to the right side now. Now to Sammy Sent. Sammy Sent turns and shoots. Her shot's no good, but the rebound goes to Watkins. Watkins' putback is no good, but she'll be fouled. That foul goes against Coe. That shows as her first. Watkins to the charity stripe. Makes the first free throw. Nice high arcing free throw shot by Watkins. St. Mary's trails by 13. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. 24-36. St. Mary's trails by 12. Wildcats Jerome brings it across. Into the corner. Down to Schillereff. Now back to top to Jerome. Jerome guarded by Sammy Sin. Swings it back to Schillereff. Right wing. Now down to the corner. That's Emily Coe. Fakes a pass inside. Picks up the dribble. Now she goes into the Coe. Blocked shot by Mitchell, and also the rebound by Mitchell. And I think St. Mary's turns it over. I think Mitchell had the turnover there. 16 seconds, third quarter. 4 fouls on the Wildcats, 2 on the Lumberjacks in the third. Up to the top to Karst, back to the corner, looking to the low post now. Ball tipped out by Watkins. McGrill directing traffic, goes to Sammy Sint. Sint feeds it up high, trying to get it into Mitchell. Mitchell able to pull it down. And a foul called against the Wildcats, but it's not going to matter now, as that's going to keep St. Mary's from being able to get a shot up with .1 on the clock. That foul goes against Macy Jerome, her second. That inbound pass will be deflected, and that's how the third will come to an end. Lumberjacks trail by 12, 36-24. Going into the fourth period, we'll be back.
IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Yeah, we are back, and really everything is about even here now in the third quarter. St. Mary's not really being hurt by the turnovers or the free throw shooting, but still trail by 12. Wildcats have put up a few more shots, and that's what's given the Wildcats their lead here. I think it's the same 5 on the floor for St. Mary's, so no substitutions made. McGrill drives. Shot is going to be blocked. St. Mary's will get the rebound, technically, as it was blocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. I think it was Emily Coe slow to get up. Watkins, short corner. That shot won't fall. Mitchell with the rebound. The putback won't go for Mitchell, but the late whistle comes in and she'll be fouled, and that will be a foul on Cheney. That is her third foul for Madison Cheney. Sends Mitchell back to the free throw line. Makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good for Mitchell. Coming in for the Wildcats is Henriksen. Checking out is Cheney with 3 fouls. St. Mary's cuts it back to a 10-point lead. St. Mary's still has plenty of time to make the comeback, but every time they start their comeback, then the Wildcats clamp down a little bit harder and get that lead stretched back out. Henriksen takes the top, little give and go, feeds it in. Coe with the shot, it won't fall through, but a foul going to be called on the Lumberjacks. That'll send Coe to the free throw line. That'll be the second foul on Watkins. And Emily Coe's been the star free throw shooter for them tonight. First free throw is up and good. She was 6 of 8 in the first half from the charity stripe. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. Emily Coe, a 5'9 junior. She only had 7 points the first time St. Mary's played them. She's, I think, the scoring leader so far in this game. Stretches it back to a 12-point lead. Sexton takes it left side. Now down to the baseline. Going to get bumped out of bounds. She thinks she's fouled. No call coming for her, and it's just going to end up being a turnover on Sexton. She felt like she got bumped out of bounds, and they don't give her the whistle. Bring it down for the Wildcats is Jerome. Jerome up top. Works now to the right side. Still surveys. Now feeds it into the low post. Spinning and trying to find room is Schillereth, and she's going to get called for a travel. So the turnover takes the ball back to the Lumberjacks. Again, both teams with 7 points off turnovers. And both teams fairly even in turnovers, honestly. McGrill right side tries to feed it into the high post or into the low post and overshoots Watkins. Checking in for Kellogg, Michaela Groff, 5'5" sophomore guard. 3 points for the Wildcats the first time these two teams played. I think it's her first time in tonight. Bring it down is Jerome. Swings it over to Schillereth. Schillereth right wing guarded by Sammy. Sammy, now she switches off to McGrill. Now they get the low post. Coe working around. Shot won't fall in. Ball tipped out. Rebound to the Wildcats, and then Kellogg turns it over. Trying to pass it out to the corner. St. Mary's back the other way. Sammy Sint takes the ball to the top. Now over to McGrill. McGrill looking into the post to Watkins. Now to Sexton. Sexton backs it to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to go up through the defense and draw the foul. I think that foul is going to go against Emily. Nope, it's not going to go against Coe. It's going to go against Jerome, and I think that's just her third. Sends Mitchell back to the free throw line. Makes the first free throw. Still plenty of time, but St. Mary's needs to get a couple of defensive stops and take some advantage of their offensive possessions. I mean, this is doing it with the foul shots, but second free throw is no good. Sammy Sint had the rebound for a minute, but the Wildcats end up with it. Nope, it ends up into the hands of St. Mary's, and then I think Watkins was trying to put that up as a shot, but it goes wild out of bounds. I almost thought it was deflected, but they say last touch by the Lumberjacks. 38-27, 11-point lead for Kellogg. Down into the paint. Coe has the ball loose for a second, able to recover. Back out to Jerome. Jerome, right wing. She's got Watkins on her. Now down to the corner to Henriksen. Looking into the low post. Wildcats go up strong. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. And a foul against St. Mary's. And again, Sammy Sint, I don't know if it's against her, but she's looking in shock right now, and it is. Fourth foul on Sammy. And I didn't quite see what happened, but she was looking like she didn't feel like that was a foul on her. Jerome makes the first free throw. Jerome, 3 out of 5. Not doing too bad from charity stripe. Second free throw is up and good. 40-27, 13-point lead. And just like I said, St. Mary's looks like they're going to start to grab some momentum and cut that lead, and then the Wildcats come screaming back. Going to get it to McGrill. McGrill's shot won't go. Watkins had the rebound. Hirsch put back wouldn't go, and then a foul on the ensuing rebound. And that foul goes against Berkeley as the Wildcats had the board. Oh, they said it goes against Stacy. That is Stacy's third. 17 or 15 foul on St. Mary's. Wildcats bring it the other way. Jerome has it, right side. Up the top now to Schiller. Down to the corner, three-pointer on the way, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Sammy Sint for the Lumberjacks. That three was put up by Michaela Gross. Sammy Sint the other way. She's left side. She's going to go ahead and take the three. Nothing but net by Sammy Sint. St. Mary's cuts it back to a 10-point lead. 4.5 to go. 40-30. Wildcats have it. Right wing to Jerome. Jerome surveys. Cross-court pass to Gross. Gross. Top of the key now to Jerome. Jerome back over to the wing on the left to Henriksen. They get it underneath. Shot up, but they do call the travel. It was kind of a late on the travel call, but they do end up getting it in there. A little bit of press or trap action by the Wildcats. Sammy Sint has the ball. Cross court over to McGrill. McGrill works right side. All the way down. Short corner. Shot is up. It won't fall in. Lifts the ball tipped around. Pulled down by the Wildcats. Timeout taken by the Wildcats. Just under 4 to play. Wildcats lead it by 10. 40-30. We'll be back.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most. Help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Maries on Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's on Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com. And we are back. 3:58 to go. Fourth quarter. St. Mary's with a 10-point deficit. Lumberjack's been battling hard here. Wildcats have just been able to keep stretching it back out when St. Mary's cuts into that lead. Jerome controls up top of the Wildcats. Over to the right corner. Schillerat takes it to the wing. Guarded by Sammy Sint. Lumberjacks playing, look like maybe they're in a man defense now, possibly. As the Wildcats work it right side, trying to feed it down inside. Ball is loose, and it's going to be deflected by Watkins out of bounds. St. Mary's will inbound, or Wildcats will inbound from baseline. Up the top to Karst. Karst with the quick three. It's no good. Rebound to Sammy Sint. Gets it out to Sexton. Sexton brings it across the timeline. Wildcats drop into their defense. Sexton trying to figure out somebody to go to with it. Finally hands it off to Sammy Sint. Sint drives. Feeds it into Watkins. Ball is going to be stripped away, though. Wildcats steal it away from St. Mary's. They'll bring it the other way. 3 minutes to go. See St. Mary's if they can get an open three and knock another one of those down. Down into the Schillerat. The ball's going to roll around the rim twice and fall through. Like I said, St. Mary's will start to cut that lead just a little bit, and then the Wildcats come right back at them. Look into the post. Mitchell gets pushed pretty hard in the back. No call there. They're trying to feed it down inside now. Coming away with it is Mitchell. She tries to put up a shot. It's blocked. Rebound to the Wildcats. They'll take it the other way. And there's going to be a foul call against Kellogg. Emily Coe. Going to be a charge, basically. Foul number 2 on Emily Coe. St. Mary's needs to get moving, though. Down to 2.5 minutes. Up to Sammy Sint. Sint down to the corner. Left side. Gets trapped. Not really trapped, but she's got a player there. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell up to Berkeley. McGrill over to Sexton. St. Mary's working around. A hard pass as Sexton tries to fire it into the paint to McGrill, who is cutting in. A little bit too much mustard on that one, and it's going to go out of the bounds off McGrill's hand. The foul, or the turnover, goes against Sexton on that one. 42-30. Back to a 12-point lead. Oh, nice move again by the Wildcats. They get down in the low post. Shot up, no good. And I think we get a jump ball call. Possession will stay with Kellogg. Wildcats will inbound from baseline. Under 2 to play. St. Mary's down by 12. Going to get a steal by McGrill. And then lots of contact. Lumberjack crowd looking for the foul, not getting it, coming in their favor, and a shot put up and made by Jerome. Macy Jerome with the bucket. Oh, lots of contact down there. Going to get a 3 on the way by Sammy Sent. That is short. Probably like I almost thought she took an extra hop there. Rebound to the Wildcats. Can't force up those threes. You've got to take them, try to get a little bit better set. Look at that. Wildcats with the ball. Hendrickson. Cutting is Coe. Working against Sent. And Sammy's going to get called for that foul, and that is foul number 5 on Sammy Sent. So Sammy will foul out with 1:14 to go in the contest. Checking in for her will be Taylor Jansen. And St. Mary's with a steal there. The inbound pass gets stolen away by Mitchell. St. Mary's brings it the other way. Jansen, long 2. No good on that shot. Rebound to the Wildcats. And it's under a minute. St. Mary's not going to be able to complete the comeback. Like I said, the Wildcats kept stretching that lead right back out. Out to the corner. 3-pointer on the way by Schillereff. It's long. Offensive rebound to the Wildcats. They are trying to get it underneath. It's going to come off of Berkeley McGrill out of bounds. 42 seconds. Sammy Sent fouls out with 5 points. Going to get some changes here. Sexton and McGrill come out. St. Mary's making wholesale changes out there. There's no 32. No 32 on the roster. Well, Danica is on the main roster, but they're saying she's not on the roster. Danica did not get put into the official scorebook, so she can't check in. That would sometimes be a technical foul, but it's not a close game, so they're not going to do that. The ball goes to the Wildcats, but yeah, somehow Danica did not get put into the official scorebook. Wildcats with the illegal inbound pass, turnover. And St. Mary's will take it the other way. Linnemeyer working, gets over to Spray. Spray spins, loses the ball. It's going to be underneath, and we're going to get probably a jump ball here. The possession will stay with St. Mary's. Lumberjacks will inbound from underneath. Taylor Jansen to trigger the inbound pass from baseline. Going to go all the way up top to Linnemeyer. The corner to Jansen. Jansen, short corner. That shot's going to be blocked. Nope, a foul called on the Wildcats, actually. Linnemeyer, Jansen with one going to the free throw line. 25% from the free throw line, and Hendrickson fouls out for the Wildcats. No points for her, just 5 fouls. Probably had a few rebounds in there. Jansen to the charity stripe. Misses the front end of the free throw. Second shot, high arcing. That one's in and out. Rebound to the Wildcats. That was a pretty good looking shot as far as just, it looked like it was going to fall through. 16 seconds, probably just run the clock out at this point. We'll see what happens. St. Mary's going to continue battling here, though, of course. 9 seconds on the clock. Back to the top, working it down inside. And the Wildcats going to put up the shot. They get it down inside. It's up and good by the 11 of Chilera. And that is how the game will come to an end. It ends up being a 16-point victory, but St. Mary's yo-yos it back and forth several times and just couldn't complete the comeback. And we'll give you all the stats when we come back with our post game.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is a place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our ADs for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back as Lumberjack girls fall 46-30 to the Wildcats here at Andrews Gymnasium in Kellogg. That should, according to Dakota Wickard, with what she told me, Coach Wickard told me, that should definitely put St. Mary's in that number 4 slot, playing Priest River on Saturday in St. Mary's in a loser-out contest. The winner of that game will advance to Game 2, where they would have to play Grangeville in that second game. And then the loser of that game would go to Game 5. The winner would go to Game 4. And then down below would be Kellogg and Orofino, with the loser of that game going over to Game 5 and all that stuff. So it's just kind of not really convoluted, but it's just a lot bigger bracket because we have more teams in our league this year. So that's kind of a little look at that. The Lumberjacks should play on Saturday, I guess, regardless of how they finish against the Priest River on Thursday. So in any case, taking a look at statistics, the Lumberjacks outscored 13-9 in the third, 10-6 in the fourth. And turnovers and stuff didn't hurt St. Mary's as much as you would have thought in this contest. Free throw shooting was really more where the damage was done, but even not too much there, as Kellogg only got 3 more points off of free throws. So St. Mary's just shot 26% from the floor, Wildcats 30%. The difference, I really do think, is in the difference of how many shots were put up. St. Mary's was 9 of 34, and the Wildcats were 15 of 49. So Kellogg got 15 more shots up than St. Maries did. 3-point shooting, St. Maries actually was 2 for 8 for 25%. The Wildcats 3 of 19 for 15%. So even there, free throws, St. Maries had 10 of 22. The Wildcats 13 of 20. So the Wildcats only made 3 extra points off of those. So that didn't make a huge difference in the contest. I mean, it did make some. Wildcats did out-rebound St. Maries, though, 41 to 25. Second chance points for Kellogg did hurt St. Maries by the tune of 10 points. So that is actually the spot where the bigger part of the difference is made was second chance points. St. Maries had no second chance points tonight, and they had 10 offensive boards and could not capitalize on them. Assists, 8 for St. Maries, 9 for Kellogg. Steals, 9 for St. Maries, 10 for Kellogg. 23 turnovers for the Lumberjacks, 20 for the Wildcats. St. Maries had no points off the bench. Kellogg, I think, only had their one player with points off the bench, and that was 16 points for their leading scorer. And I think typically sometimes she is a starter. So there's that. And St. Mary's just had 7 points off turnovers, while the Wildcats only had 9 points off turnovers. So there's just little spots here and there that made up the difference. The Wildcats' leading scorer was Emily Coe. She finished with 16 points, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 12 points for Macy Jerome, 7 points for Danny Schillerep, 6 points for Madison Cheney, 5 points for Alex Karst. For St. Mary's, Stacey Mitchell finishes with 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocked shots. Tacey Watkins finishes with 7, with 6 rebounds and 3 steals. Sammy Sent finishes with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 points for Berkeley McGrill with 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kara Sexton with 2 points for the Lumberjacks and 2 rebounds and a steal. Jacqueline Lindemeyer has 1 rebound and 1 assist and 1 blocked shot, and that about wraps up the stats. Upcoming schedule, well, tomorrow, St. Mary's is going to go face Goliath in Lake City as St. Mary's taking on the 5A Lake City Timberwolves, and that's going to be a tough matchup for St. Mary's, but it's going to be a fun one. The Clash of the Cousins is what I'm calling it, and we do plan on being there to broadcast that game. So join us tomorrow. It's a 3-game day as they're going to have freshman, JV, and varsity at Lake City. The varsity game will be at 7 p.m. The JV starts at 4:30. And that's going to do it for us here from Kellogg Andrew Gymnasium. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!